Hello and welcome to Caldwell County Today. I'm Paige Counts, Public Information Officer for Caldwell County. Joining me today is April from the Senior Center. Hi, April.
Hi, Paige. Thanks for having us back.
Thanks for coming back. I know that you've had a hard few months being away from your normal clients and people you get to see every day.
It's been very different and very difficult. We definitely miss seeing people on a regular basis and having people in. We are still kind of closed to participants. We're still working and doing some things, but not having people come in for our regular activities, so that is different. They do come by, though, and wave at us and call us frequently, so we like that.
But you haven't stopped working, and you found new ways to reach out. Talk to me about some of the new ways.
So we definitely haven't stopped working. We may, honestly, I feel like sometimes I'm working harder than ever. We are working on new ways to reach people. We have come up with some new things, and we're still coming up with new things. So we've talked about a couple of times. We have activity packets that we put together every week for people to come by and pick up. The new packets go out on Fridays, and then they're out every day during the week, so you can come by and pick one up. We also have jigsaw puzzles, word search books. We have books from our library that you can pick up. So we've had a things that you can just come by, no contact. You just come up, pick it up, take it, and off you go. We have been doing some Zoom classes. We have our Friday Zoom chats that are on Fridays at 10, and those topics vary from week to week. Either they're things that we're doing, going on at the center. We might have a speaker that pops in and gives us some information about something. We do Zoom yoga twice a week, which is really, really fun. It's at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays and Fridays. And we would love, love, love for people to join us for that. It's a lot of fun. It's some really great exercise. It's yoga that anybody can do. And contrary to some things that we do a lot of other times, this is really open to anyone. We will let you join our yoga class no matter what your age is, no matter where you live. You can pop on there and join us for yoga. The links for all those classes are on our website. They're on our Facebook page, so they're out there in several different locations. Or you can always call us at the Senior Center and we'll help you get set up with that. We're really excited. One of our most popular programs is coming back for July.
That's awesome.
So July the 9th, we are going to do an advanced care planning workshop. It's going to be virtual, but that is one of our most popular programs we do every single month. It's going to be the same date, same time that it always is. So it's on July the 9th at 1:30. And hospice is going to join us virtually, and we're going to go over the documents and work with you on what those are, how to fill them out, and then we're going to be talking to you and working with you to help with the notarization and the different things that you need to do with those documents. So it's going to be our first one. Hopefully then we'll keep scheduling those, though, to help people get those, because even though it feels like the world ended, it really didn't. It's still moving on outside there, so we need to keep up with some of those things. But we're going to be doing that. And we're working on some other caregiver programs and things that we're doing. And Via Health has always done programs with us the first Friday of every month. Mm-hmm. And they're still doing those, except in July it's the second Friday because of the holiday. And they do different topics. They're virtual, but we've got those going too, and all that information's on our website, those different classes. So we're trying our best to keep as many things going as possible. We've done exercise videos. We have a Wellness Wednesday email. So every Wednesday we send out links for wellness, and we've really worked to focus on different types of wellness. It's not just exercise, it's spiritual wellness, mental health. That's something a lot of people, I think, during this pandemic have found out that they struggle with more than they ever knew. Mm-hmm. So we try to kind of round that out for people who, maybe you don't want to do aerobics, but you want to focus on some other areas. So we send out some information on that, some different videos. We are also doing a socially distanced walking club.
That sounds awesome.
So this is a little bit fun. It's new. It's something we are starting for July. 10 laps around our parking lot is a mile. So we have cards outside the door. You pick up a card. Every time you walk a mile, you come to the door and we'll stamp it for you. When you get to 5 miles, you get a prize. So we have some prizes. The Chamber of Commerce was really nice and donated some prizes for us to give away. And we have a few other things that we have prizes that we've collected. So you get a prize. You can get more than one prize. If you walk 5 miles every week, you get a prize every week.
Wow.
So just a little incentive to get people moving, because I don't know about you, but I have not been moving nearly as much as I should have in these last few months. And I think that's something for everybody. So it's warm, the weather's nice. You can do it anytime during the day. We do ask that if there are other people walking, you maintain social distance. So far, though, we've been pretty fortunate that people have been spread out just naturally. We haven't had a lot of people walking at one time. People that are walking together live together. Mm-hmm. So, if you show up and there's people there, just kind of keep your distance and do that. But it's just something fun for us to try. So, and we still have our information and assistance and our Medicare counseling that we're doing by phone. So.
And before we started, we talked a little bit about open enrollment. And I know most people think it's summer. Why are you talking about open enrollment? But now's the time to prepare.
It is coming up faster than you would think it is. We usually start taking appointments in September, so people come and get their forms in October. We will be doing Medicare counseling for open enrollment, regardless of our open status, whether we're closed or we're fully open or we're partially open, whatever that turns out to be. Unfortunately, we just don't know right now what that will be. But we will be doing counseling. We will be doing our counseling by phone largely, even if we are open, because no matter what happens, the virus is still going to be with us. And we're still going to be concerned about the people that come in. So we're going to try to limit the traffic flow through open enrollment. If you've ever been in our building during open enrollment, you know that it's very busy and very crowded. And we're going to try to keep that maintained by doing a lot of our appointments by phone. So we're working on our process for people to be able to pick up their forms and get that information back to us. And then we'll be working with you to do those counseling sessions by phone in most cases. We will work with you if for some reason you need face-to-face counseling to make sure we have everything. We'll be able to work those details out. But so it is time to start thinking about that and make sure you're checking our website, our Facebook, our phone messages, so that you'll know when it is time, because we will be limited in how many people we can do. And for the first time last year, we ran out of appointments. We didn't have any space left. And even if we're doing it by phone, we still have to have an appointment because we've got to have a slot with a counselor for you to talk to and work on. So it'll be something that people do need to kind of pay attention to and get in there and get those appointments filled in. So
stay tuned for...
So stay tuned, and we'll be back here to give you some more specific timelines and information. We're really waiting to see what happens and what we're going to be able to do as far as opening and when, and hopefully we'll know as we go forward. Maybe next time we'll know a little bit more. So we're just moving along. It changes every day.
It does change every day. And earlier you were talking about people's mental health, and I want to ask you, what can people do? I talked to a lady this morning who said, I just don't let my mom out of the house because she's at high risk, and I don't want her. And I was like, maybe you need to let your mom out of the house a little bit. So what do you tell people?
So first of all, it is really, really hard to stay inside all the time. It's hard for me. I know it's hard for other people. One of the first things that I do recommend is going outside. You can go outside and not be in a crowded area, not with a lot of people, whether that's doing some work in your yard, sitting on the porch, kind of focus on those things that you enjoy. I love to watch the squirrels in my bird feeders. Most people have bird feeders. Mine are really squirrel feeders, but I really enjoy watching those. And so just sitting outside and watching those. Go for a walk around your block, around your neighborhood, around the senior center parking lot. All of those are things that you can do that are not. The other thing I suggest is people were reluctant, I think, at the beginning of this to embrace some of the technology that allows you that face-to-face contact. And, if you have the capability, if you have a smartphone, if you have a tablet, connecting with those family members and friends with Zoom or with Google Hangouts or all these different platforms really, really makes a difference. Being able to see somebody face to face. The first few virtual meetings I did, I turned my camera off so nobody could see me, and now I'm like, I want to see people. I want to see people and have that at least a little bit of face to face interaction. So to do that, not watch too much news. Really limit your news consumption. there's a lot of bad on the news and a lot of repetitive on the news. So you don't need to hear it 23 hours a day. So we recommend that you turn that off and read a book, do a puzzle, do a game, do something like that. We do, again, have puzzle packets and jigsaw puzzles. Those have been that's been one of the more successful things we've done while we were closed. We have a lot of people coming to pick those up and working on those. We try to give you enough puzzles to last for several days at least. And then the jigsaw puzzles, you can come back and get one every day if you want to, or every couple of days. But just really try to focus on keeping your mind busy and doing some things and not dwelling on all of the things going on around you. And maintaining that interaction, whether it's through Zoom or through phone calls. If you don't have anybody to talk to, you can call us at the senior center. We'll talk to you. We get really bored during the day. It's so quiet some days when nobody's in the building. I'm used to having somebody in my office every 5 minutes, and now it's just me and sometimes the dog. So, call us. We'll talk to you. We'll be happy to just chat with you, let you know what we know that's going on, talk about something. If you want to talk about your grandkids or something that's happening, we're there for that purpose, just to listen. And one of the things I suggested to somebody the other day was to call someone every day. No matter who it is, just call someone, call your neighbor and check on them, or call somebody from your church and see how they're doing. Because if you are struggling, they are too. They really are. And so, and isolation doesn't have to mean you never leave the house. Just, if you do go out, take precautions and follow those social distancing guidelines and know your 3 W's. All those things that all these phrases that we didn't know about a few months ago. But really, I think getting outside is one of the most important things. Just kind of get some sunshine and turn off the TV. And I just like to sit on my porch. Mm-hmm. It's really, it's something for me. And it's funny, even when this first started, and some days I work from home and some days I work at the senior center, and I have a chair on my porch that was when this started in March, so it was in the spot where all the sun shines, like right in the afternoon, so I could go sit outside even when it was still kind of cool, and just find something you enjoy and focus on that.
And you mentioned phone calls and having people call the senior center, but you have an outreach from the senior center where you are calling people.
We do. We call people. You can call in and refer people and let us know that this is somebody who might enjoy that. You can call in and refer yourself. And the other thing that we do, so if you're getting a call from us and you have no idea why, we just go through our member list and call people. Just to check on them, because we miss everybody that's coming in. And so if you're getting some random calls from one of us at the senior center, it's really just because we miss you and we want to make sure you're okay. So we go through and call people as well. We also do, we have over 3,000 members.
Wow.
So we cannot call every single person. We definitely can't reach them all. So we have also been doing some what we call voice connect calls. And those are through our computer check-in system. So they're automated. It's one of us. We record a message to let you know some things that are going on, and we send those out through our computer system. So you may get a call from us periodically. That was just a recorded message to let you know what's happening, because that's the quickest way that we can reach the most people. That will be the way we are announcing we do get to reopen in some capacity. So those calls can be really beneficial. But we try to make sure that people know we're still there. So we send those. We try not to do them very often because nobody wants a computerized call every day. Right. But we do try to send those out to you every so often to let you know what's happening as well.
That's awesome. April, is there anything we've forgotten?
I don't know of anything that we've forgotten, but just know we're there. And if people have ideas, if people want us to try something, if they think of a way that we can implement a new program or something they would like to see us do or information they would like for us to send out. We do travel. We do a lot of emails. Mm-hmm. If you're not on our email list, I strongly encourage you to get on our email list. We do a lot of emails with some really neat information. So we do Travel Tuesday every week, and we do a virtual tour to somewhere. So as we're filming this, it's actually a Tuesday. So we did a trip to Ireland today. So we did a virtual tour of Ireland. We have done the space station, which was really fascinating. It was really neat to watch. We've been to some cheese making factories. We've been all kinds of places. So I really do The emails have a lot of good information. We've sent out information about scams that are going on. We've sent out our wellness videos. We've sent out line dancing and exercise and different things. So it's a really good way to keep up with what's happening and what we're doing and trying to share some really good information. We work really hard to make sure that the information we are sending out is coming from credible sources. So if there's something that's coming out related to Medicare or a scam or fraud or something, it's pretty legitimate. We work really hard to make sure whatever we're sending is very credible. So it's a great way to get good information.
If someone is not computer literate, doesn't have a computer in their home, can a loved one be on your email list
Absolutely.
and share that information?
Yes. And you can actually get on that list in several ways. There's a link on our website where you can just sign up to get our emails. You can also just call us and we can manually add you to the list to get that. It does not have to be a senior. It can be a loved one, family member. It can just be somebody in the community that's interested in what we're doing. We have a lot of people who work in things that they are in contact with seniors a lot, so they're on our email list so they can let them know what we're doing. And anybody who wants on there is welcome.
Remind us again of your upcoming classes, your Zoom classes.
So on Tuesdays and Fridays at 1 o'clock, we have yoga with Ellen. And again, if you've never done yoga, it's a great beginner class. It's partially standing, partially seated, can be modified to do entirely seated if you need to. I've really enjoyed it, and I never did yoga till this started, so I've enjoyed doing it myself. We have our Zoom chats on Friday mornings at 10. Then we're going to have on July the 9th, we'll have an advanced directive clinic at 1:30. We do need people to pre-register for that one because we're going to send you the documents, blank copies of the documents before that. And we also have Via Health, except for July. July is the second Friday, but every other month it's the first Friday of the month. They'll be doing different topics and different programs, and we'll send out information on those as we go, and the links are on our website, our Facebook page. If you haven't followed our Facebook page, please follow our Facebook page because there's some opportunities on there for prizes, and we've given away a couple of gift cards to some local establishments for different things. So for participating in some of our Facebook events, May was Older Americans Month, and we weren't able to do any of the things we normally do. So we actually did some Older Americans Month promotions on Facebook, and we did some giveaways. We did a bingo in our last newsletter that was a different type of bingo, so we gave away a gift card for that. So we have a lot of opportunities for some fun prizes and some things to do to interact.
If people can't make a Zoom event at the allotted time, are those archived online for people?
They are actually not currently. We do have some exercise videos that we have done that we can send you, or you can get those through some of our website. But the Zoom classes are actual live in-person classes, so they are not currently recorded. There may be some of those in the future, but for right now, those are live.
Okay, so pay close attention to those dates.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for joining us, April, and thank you for everything you're doing and your creativity in finding new ways to reach seniors in our community. And thank you for watching Caldwell County Today.